is family vacation time. Finally, every summer my mom, dad, brother, and I embark on a fun trip. And this year was no different. I was finally getting to visit my dream city, Nashville, Tennessee. I love country music, and I had dreamed of visiting this city since I was 8 years old. We arrived at our beautiful hotel, and all was fine until I realized we were on the 15th floor. My heart started racing, my palms got sweaty, and I began thinking of all the horrible things that could go wrong. These irrational fears took over, and even though I knew I was in a safe place, all I wanted to do was go home. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder when I was 16 years old. This order strikes when I least expect and disrupts many of my daily routines. Over 40 million Americans have been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. So for the next few minutes, I would like to better inform you all of what generalized anxiety is, what the symptoms are, and some common treatments. First, let's talk about what generalized anxiety is. Everybody experiences anxiety at one point or another, but generalized anxiety disorder is a long-term type of anxiety that interferes with a person's daily routine. Some common words associated with anxieties are stress, tense, or worry. However, people with generalized anxiety worry excessively about regular activities, even when there are no signs of trouble. According to the Harvard Health Publishing, this disorder affects anywhere from 5 to 6% of Americans at some point in their life. Other types of anxiety can stem from specific situations, but generalized anxiety is most characterized by debilitating worry, real or imaginative. Most of these worries are simply about everyday matters. Those that suffer with this type of anxiety are plagued with the feeling that something bad will happen and they won't be prepared. More often than not, those that suffer with generalized anxiety may also suffer from depression. Now that we've talked about what generalized anxiety is, we are going to talk about the symptoms of this disorder. Generalized anxiety disorder is associated with a host of signs and symptoms that may be grouped in physical signs, physiological signs, and behavioral signs. Generalized anxiety affects a person's physical health. Symptoms can include rapid heartbeat, chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, sweating, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, muscle aches, and pains and restlessness. Anxiety not only affects one's health, but those are physiological symptoms as well. These include excessive fear or worry, racing thoughts, decreased concentration or memory, indecisiveness, irritability, anger, impatience, nervousness, and sleep disturbance. The third category of these symptoms are behavioral. Anxiety sufferers often avoid situations, display an obsessive or compulsive behavior. Distress is social situations and phobic behaviors. According to the Mental Health and First Aid Program source, these symptoms are identified in both youth and adults, but are more prevalent in youth. Now that we've discussed what generalized anxiety is and the symptoms, let's discuss some common treatments. There is a combination of treatments for generalized anxiety disorder, which include physical therapy, behavioral therapy, and medication. Adam Fielman from Medical News Today writes that the alcohol dependence, depression, or other conditions can sometimes have such a strong effect on the mental well-being that treating an anxiety disorder must wait until underlying conditions are brought under control. Physical therapy and physiological counseling is one way to treat generalized anxiety. This approach aims to alter harmful thoughts patterns that form in the person's mind. There are numbers of behavioral therapies available to persons diagnosed with anxiety. Stress management can help limit triggers, while relaxation techniques can help soothe the mental and physical signs of anxiety. A few other ways to control behaviors is to have a strong support network and exercise regularly. Along with the treatments I have mentioned, there are no medications to help control some of the physical and mental symptoms. Some of the common anxiety medications include antidepressants, tricyclics, and to wrap up my point, generalized anxiety disorder affects 5 to 6% of our American population. There are many physical and physiological and behavioral symptoms, along with treatments that include counseling, self-care, techniques, and medication. Perhaps you are not aware how common anxiety is most the general population, nor were you aware of how this disorder affects individuals. It is likely that you know someone who suffers from anxiety. Anxiety disorder. This person could be a friend, coworker, or family member. In learning about this disorder, I hope I have brought forward some valuable information. Summers Roach once said, anxiety is a thin stream of fear trickling through the mind. If encouraged, it cuts a channel into which all the other thoughts are drained.